Hey guys, it's Roberto. So we got a different video going on today because there's a huge thing happening in the YouTube community. Right now, you'll have a lot of channels that are saying that PewDiePie has been shadow banned. And so we have to break this down because there's a couple of things happening. The issue right now is that PewDiePie's videos are getting limited reach. His latest video is like massively underperforming. He usually gets like 500,000 views in the first hour, and this is not even close right now. And also, if you try to search for his channel, his videos aren't necessarily coming up, and videos about him are coming up now, especially about this alleged shadow ban. So that's like number one, and we need to talk about what is happening there. I do want to point something out though. This one's really important. When we say shadow ban, we have to be very clear about what we're saying, because I also in Twitter got into it with a couple of people over this, because I believe that this issue is real and it's happening. What I don't believe is that it's a shadow ban as most of us know it. When we use the word shadow ban in social media, we're usually talking about what happens to some people in Twitter where your content is intentionally being suppressed by the platform for one reason or another. In YouTube, a lot of times we can look at some of this with things like age gating, for example. That's a form of suppression that is platform driven. I don't go as far as to call that a shadow ban outright, but it might feel like one to a lot of people. What's happening with PewDiePie, what's happening with Felix right now, in my opinion, is not some intentional direct attack from YouTube corporate. There will be people who will try to frame it that way. And in my opinion, my personal opinion, they're either lying or stupid, because I just don't believe that YouTube would personally decide that, gee, we don't want that $500,000 to $1.5 million every month that the PewDiePie channel is bringing in for us. That's a rough estimate. And let's not forget that that's not even including his exclusive streaming deal with YouTube, reported to be between what, $10 and $30 million. So for this to be an intentional shadow ban and YouTube going after him, they would also be forfeiting the upside of that $10 to $30 million investment. Say what you want about YouTube, but I will defend them on this, that I don't think they're the kind of company that just burns $10 to $30 million just because. I don't see it. I really don't. So yeah, I think anyone painting the narrative that this is intentional on YouTube's part is either, lying and being dishonest for clickbait, or they're just stupid, because like, I just can't see a company saying, oh yeah, we're just gonna throw away $10 to $30 million for no good reason when we don't have to. I don't see it. So I just don't believe that YouTube abandoned capitalism today. I think that if you look at the history of October YouTube, last year we had YouTube go down in October, I think twice for like over 5 hours. I think the year before that we had this glitch with like negative sub counts. Like almost every October for the last 3 or 4 years, there's been like some huge platform-wide disaster with YouTube. And so the fact that there's a glitch with the largest solo content creator on the platform doesn't shock me, and it's less shocking to me that it happens in October. So let's talk about what's happening with PewDiePie's channel. Like I said, right now, his reach, his ability to be discovered through search, notifications, like a lot of that stuff, it's possible that it's even recommendations and recommended videos. A lot of that stuff right now is drastically underperforming. And right now, his audience, subscribers like me, may have some challenges in terms of getting the content. And this is something that we've seen happen to small YouTubers. You might even know people that have experienced things like this, where it's like they can't find their channel through search and nobody else can for their channel name, or that their videos don't get notifications out. Most YouTube creators have, like, as far as I know, people I talk to, we've abandoned notifications and we've decided subscriber counts are largely irrelevant because videos don't get pushed to subscribers. So we don't even like worry about it anymore. I know a lot of people don't like to believe that, especially people who aren't experienced, but like established content creators, people like Linus have talked about this, people like Marquez have talked about it. There are a lot of content creators who have come out and said that notifications don't work. Sometimes videos don't show up in people's sub feed in chronological order for them. Like, this is something that just happens with the platform, where it's made subscriber count largely irrelevant. That's one issue. but another is just platform stability. Sometimes people can't even upload videos to YouTube. So the platform has a lot of these system bugs, system errors, system glitches that happen, and sometimes it happens to individual creators, but that's never, like, in my opinion, a targeted intentional thing. It's not an attack on that person's channel. And then there's the other part. There's the platform-wide issues that affect all of us, whether you're content creators or whether you're users. And we've seen things like this happen, and there have been also some weird things that just go unexplained, like, forever. Now, what's concerning to me as a content creator is, one, I don't know that this issue is limited to PewDiePie. In fact, I really don't believe it is. I think that there are a lot of creators that are not nearly as big, not nearly as popular, that probably are affected by similar issues, similar bugs, similar glitches on their channel, and will just never get any attention and won't get people to yell and scream about it. And we all know that that's just kind of the way the YouTube community is that something's not an issue until it happens to the largest content creators and until people are very vocal about it. And if you're a small content creator and something's happening and your issue is, like, you know, destroying what you've built, then the reality is that in a lot of cases, you're not going to get the same urgency or care or treatment as a larger content creator that's having the exact same issue. In fact, people may not believe your issue exists unless it happens to somebody big enough. So, I mean, that's something that's always been more or less true on the platform, and it's something that does bother me. And I'm sure that's true for a lot of you. I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way. I'm really curious as to what the root cause of this is, how many creators are actually impacted and affected, what is going to resolve this issue, how is it gonna not happen again, and then also, I really wanna know, like, I wanna know why something like this is even possible. I mean, there's a lot of, like, code behind these mechanisms, behind these algorithms, but it just seems really crazy to think that something so much out of your control can that drastically impact your channel, the thing that you've built, the thing that might, you know, be a large portion of your livelihood, and that there's no real way to kind of make up the difference there once something happens. There's no way to kind of make you whole. And that's terrifying to think about, which is why I constantly preach to everybody, please do not rely on YouTube for your sole source of income or even the majority of your income. And please, please, please find so many other ways to make money outside of this, so if something goes wrong with your channel, that you're gonna be able to make rent this month. Because that's just, like, thinking about the fact that this could happen to a content creator that might be a mid-tier creator who just went full-time, just left their job, and that they probably wouldn't be able to get answers right away, or this issue could just go on and on and on for them. Like, if I put myself in that person's shoes, they're going to lose their mind. That anxiety is going to be crippling. And so when something this major happens to a large content creator, you have to understand, you have to believe that somewhere there out there, there is a smaller channel that the same thing is happening to, and apparently nobody is talking about it and nobody cares as much. And even if this gets fixed for PewDiePie, even if it gets fixed for Felix, do we know for sure that this gets fixed for everybody? And then will YouTube tell us what happened? That's an interesting question. I'd like to believe that they're gonna come forward and tell us, hey, this is what happened, because they understand that this is a big deal and it's being covered by YouTubers, it's being covered by the media right now. So one would hope that we'll get some real answers, and that whatever the underlying issue is, they'll get fixed. And even though I know they're short-staffed right now, I really hope that the priority right now is engineering and getting the platform as stable as possible for creators, so that these issues don't impact us, don't impact our livelihoods. I mean, new features are nice, but we don't really need them. The platform is amazing. The platform is great when it works the way that it's intended. And that's kind of really where I want to end things here. I just want YouTube to be as stable for as many content creators as possible. I would like there to be less anxiety in the creator community, especially right now. And I also think that content creators need to cause less anxiety by not jumping the gun and over speculating on these issues. I know it's fun to do. I know it's fun to spin the conspiracy theories. And I know it makes for great clickbait that will make people a lot of money, but I think that it's just a more reasonable approach to step back and ask ourselves, have we seen YouTube have glitches and bugs and platform issues before? And is it more likely that that's happening rather than some nefarious plot to destroy a creator? I think that, you know, a little bit of common sense goes a long way. Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for tuning into this quick video. It's not what we normally do here. I want to really go back to helping you guys out with some camera hacks, some social media tips, and some ways that you can make money online outside of YouTube. So look forward to that coming. In fact, we're probably going to do a video on some tips for live streaming and also some camera hacks. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.